Good, happy Monday evening, October 5th, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday evening, so let's begin. First up, President Trump says he's leaving Walter Reed Hospital Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. The latest. President Donald Trump says he's leaving Walter Reed Medical Center on Monday evening. He's been hospitalized there since Friday. New Hampshire COVID-19 pandemic information, graphs, and case data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 8,645 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 7,419,033 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 443 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 743 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire, and 811 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And now let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire right here, where current cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 72. And let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire, where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 2138. And now let's take a look at this chart here, new cases each day in New Hampshire. In the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalization, and then the red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here, current cases. In the purple, total current COVID-19 cases, and in the orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here, total cases. In the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, total hospitalization. Red, deaths, and blue, recovered. Let's take a look at this chart here, age group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. Let's take a look at this chart here, infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here, deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Substantial spread of COVID-19 now seen in Nashua, health officials say. Officials urge residents to wear masks and maintain social distancing. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
The fairs may be canceled, but Mainly Tubs' huge annual fair sale is back and bigger than ever, with hundreds of hot tubs in stock.
When it comes to COVID-19, Nashua is now in the red.
Our new cases per 100,000 is at about 100.7 cases per 100,000 people, which is what pushed us from moderate community-level transmission to substantial community-level transmission.
Angela Constantino says that COVID numbers in Nashua and the rest of the state have been trending upwards for the past month as schools reopen and the weather turns colder. Each individual case is having more of an impact.
So that means on average, each case is exposing more people than they did back in the spring, which in the long run leads to more cases.
Nashua's public health director says slowing the spread depends on people following good practices, washing their hands, wearing a mask, and practicing social distancing, along with awareness of others.
that decisions that I make personally are going to have an impact on those that are around me.
Nashua does have an ordinance in place requiring the wearing of a mask when social distancing is not possible. Bagley believes it's making a difference.
We could have more cases if we didn't have the mask ordinance, and although that is hard to measure.
And Nashua health officials are urging the public to do one other thing.
So if we can have people get their flu shots to reduce the burden of, the additional flu into our hospitals and our community and everything.
Nashua public health officials say a few weeks ago they were seeing a spike amongst cases, people ages 19 to 29, but that has slowed, and the majority of cases are now with people 65 and older, those who are most at risk. Reporting live, Ray Brewer, WMUR News Now.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. No charges to be filed after man claims self-defense in father's shooting death. Man tells investigators his father threatened him with a knife. Sorry about that. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
The fairs may be canceled, but Mainly Tub's huge annual fair sale is back and bigger than ever.
A man will not face charges for the Bristol shooting that killed his father. The Attorney General's office says Stephen Hall Jr. admitted to shooting his father, Stephen Hall, in March of last year. Hall Jr. told them he did it in self-defense when his father threatened him with a knife. Although investigators say there were some inconsistencies in his story, they can't disprove his claim and will not charge him with homicide.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire launches grant program to help live performance venues. Venues can get up to $1.5 million in relief funds. The state has launched a $12 million relief program to help live performance venues that have been hit hard during COVID-19 pandemic. Governor Chris Sununu said grants of up to $1.5 million are available for nonprofits and for-profit facilities that are primarily engaged in hosting live theatrical presentations, musical entertainment, or sporting or racing events that are seated, ticketed, and open to the public. Live performance venues have been hit particularly hard during the pandemic because live shows and events have been postponed or canceled, the governor said. While some venues have been able to put on shows, capacity limits have made it difficult or impossible to bring enough revenue in. The money for the new program is coming from the federal relief funds. Venue owners can apply to the live venue relief program by clicking on the program's link on the Governor's Office for Emergency Relief and Recovery website. The deadline to apply is October 13th. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching this evening edition. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and goodbye, everyone.